Hello, everyone. Have you ever had this kind of experience? You wanted to plan a trip, but spent hours online because you just couldn't decide where to go. Or maybe you were trying to buy something, but there were so many options that it felt impossible to choose. Or perhaps you asked your grandchild for help, but they were too busy to give you a proper answer. Now imagine having a smart friend by your side who can answer your questions anytime, right away. That is exactly what ChatGPT does. It is a tool that lets you talk with artificial intelligence. To be honest, at first I thought, I have no idea what this is, and it probably has nothing to do with me. It looked too complicated to start on my own, and I did not know who to ask for help. But once I actually tried it, everything changed. Whenever I had a question, I got an answer immediately. It helped me write messages, solve problems in daily life, and even gave me ideas when I felt stuck. In today's video, I will guide you step by step from creating your very first ChatGPT account to using the free version in your everyday life. By the end, you'll feel confident saying, "Yes, I can do this on my own." To use ChatGPT, you'll need an account. You might wonder, do I really have to make one? Can't I just try it without signing up? Well, technically you can use it for a short test without an account, but there are many disadvantages. Your conversations will not be saved, so you cannot go back to see what you asked before. You also will not be able to switch between your phone and your computer. And features like voice chat or image uploads will not work. I had the same question at first, but once I tried it, the answer was clear. Yes, you do need an account if you want to use ChatGPT properly. With an account, your conversations are stored, so you can always revisit them. You can start on your phone and continue later on your computer. You can begin with the free version and upgrade later if you want. And advanced features like voice chat and image tools are only available with an account. It may feel like a small hassle at first, but you only need to set it up once and it makes everything easier afterwards. The simplest way is to use a Google Gmail account. If you already have Gmail, just log in. If not, you can create one for free. I explained how to set up a Gmail account in a previous video. Check that out if you need help. Having an email address is useful not only for ChatGPT, but also for banks, hospitals, and online shopping. So, once you have your Gmail ready, here's what you do. If you are on a smartphone, just open the App Store or the Play Store, type in ChatGPT, and install the app. If you're on a computer, it's even simpler. Just open your browser and go to chatgpt.com. Now, if you're using an iPhone like me, go into the App Store, tap the search button, and type in ChatGPT. Be careful here. There are lots of similar-looking apps. Make sure you pick the one made by OpenAI. Once you've downloaded the right one, you're all set. From now on, you can use ChatGPT anytime, anywhere. Once you have an account, you can start using ChatGPT. Many people ask, is the free version good enough, or should I pay right away? My answer is simple. Start free. Think of it like meeting someone new. You don't sign a contract right away. The free version can already do quite a lot. For example, if you're stuck on what to make for dinner, it can give you ideas. If you're shopping online, it can help you compare two Amazon products. If you have a health question, it can explain things in plain, everyday language. And if you're writing an email, it can even help you polish your sentences so they sound clearer and more natural. Of course, there are some differences. The free version has usage limits, and if too many people are online, it may run slower. The paid version, called ChatGPT Plus, which is $20 a month, is faster, more reliable, uses the most advanced model, and gets new features first. To put it simply, the free version is like a public library. You can find plenty of books, but sometimes it's crowded. The paid version is like having a personal librarian. It's quicker and more convenient. So here's my advice. Use the free version for a week. You'll soon realize whether it's enough for you or if you'd benefit from upgrading. All right, let's go ahead and open ChatGPT for the very first time. Tap the app icon you just installed, and right away you'll see a screen that says, "Welcome to ChatGPT." On that same screen, there are two little reminders. One says, "Responses can be inaccurate," which just means the answers might not always be perfect. And the other says, "Don't share sensitive info," reminding you not to type in any personal or private details. These are simply safety tips. Take a quick look, and when you're ready, tap Continue to move on. Next, you'll arrive at the main screen. Here, you can try typing questions even before signing up. But remember, without logging in, you'll miss many useful features. To log in, you can use Google, Apple, Microsoft, or even a phone number. For this tutorial, let's use Google. Tap Continue with Google, choose your account, and sign in. You'll be asked for your name and birth date. Just fill those in and tap Continue. Then you'll see a quick question about how you plan to use ChatGPT. Don't worry too much, just pick any option. That's it. You've created your ChatGPT account. You may be offered a short tour of the app. Tap Next if you'd like to see it, or Skip Tour if not. Now you're ready to go.
This is the main screen you'll see. There are several buttons here, so let's take a look at them one by one. Up in the top left corner, you'll notice two little lines. That's the menu button. From there, you can access your account, your conversation history, and the settings. Now, look at the top right. The pencil icon is for starting a brand new chat. If you want to clear the screen and begin a fresh conversation on a different topic, that's the one to tap. Right next to it, you'll see three dots. That's the Options menu. You can rename the chat, share it, or even delete it from here. Down at the bottom left, there's a plus button. That's where you can add extra things, like attaching a photo, sending a file, or even snapping a picture with your camera to include in your question. On the bottom right, you'll see the microphone icon. This one lets you speak your question instead of typing. Whatever you say will be turned into text and placed in the chat box. And finally, right next to the microphone, you'll see a little signal wave icon. This is the voice chat button. Tap it, and you can have a real conversation with ChatGPT, speaking and hearing the answers out loud, just like talking with a friend.
Let's look at the voice chat feature first. Tap the signal wave icon to start speaking with GPT. The first time you use it, you'll need to choose a voice. Tap Choose a Voice and swipe through the options to listen. Pick the one you like best. Then your phone will ask permission to use the microphone. Tap Allow.
Now you're all set. Tap the round button in the center of the screen to start talking. Ask anything you're curious about. It's much easier than typing, especially if the keyboard feels small or your eyes get tired. Here are some examples you could try. What is an easy recipe I can make with chicken breast?
One really easy recipe is a chicken stir fry. You can slice the chicken breast into thin strips, then saute it in a pan with a bit of olive oil, add in some mixed veggies like bell peppers, broccoli, and carrots, and then toss it all with a simple sauce made of soy sauce, garlic, and a bit of ginger. It's quick, healthy, and super flavorful.
How often should I water a plant at home?
It really depends on the type of plant and the environment, but a general rule is to check the soil moisture first. For most indoor plants, watering once a week is pretty common, but it can vary. Succulents and cacti, for example, need less frequent watering, maybe every 2 to 3 weeks, while tropical plants might need water more often. It's always good to feel the soil about an inch deep. If it's dry, it's time to water.
When you're finished, just tap the X button at the top of the screen to end the conversation. And don't worry, your conversation will be saved in the chat window so you can come back to it anytime. Now, let's switch to the text chat. Tap the menu in the top left corner, then tap the pencil icon to start a new chat. This is where longer questions work better. For example, try typing "How to lower blood pressure." ChatGPT will give you a detailed answer. You can read it right on the screen or copy it into notes, an email, or a message. To share, just tap the three dots in the top right corner, then select Share. You can save the link or send it to family and friends.
Now let's take a closer look at the small microphone icon right next to the chat box. This isn't the full voice chat mode we saw earlier. It's a simpler way to ask questions by speaking and then seeing the answer appear as text on your screen. Here's how it works. Tap the microphone. Speak your question clearly. What is the weather today in Austin, Texas? When you're finished, tap the black arrow button on the right side. Your spoken words will then be converted into text in the chat box. After that, ChatGPT will reply in writing just like it would for a normal typed question. So, when is this feature really effective? It's perfect if you're on the go and don't want to type, or if typing feels uncomfortable. For example, imagine you're cooking in the kitchen and your hands are busy. Instead of typing, you can just tap the mic, ask, "Give me a quick recipe for a healthy soup," and then hit the arrow button to send it. Or maybe you're walking and want to know, "What's the weather like tomorrow?" It's much faster than typing. One tip, keep your questions short and clear. If the environment is noisy, speak a little slower and closer to your phone so the words are recognized accurately. In short, this microphone input is a quick and easy way to talk to ChatGPT when you don't need a full conversation, but still want to ask something fast and get the answer right on your screen. So here's an easy way to keep it straight. If you have a short and simple question, just use the microphone and say it out loud. If your question is longer or you want a more detailed answer, it's better to type it into the chat. And if you get an answer you'd like to keep, just copy it and save it in notes or email so you can find it later. So how can ChatGPT help in daily life? Let me show you a few examples. When you go for a regular health checkup, you receive a sheet filled with numbers. But what do all these numbers really mean? And more importantly, what should you actually do about them? Many people don't know. Now, with ChatGPT, you can upload your results and ask what each number means and how to respond in daily life. First, click the plus button on the lower left and then find the photo file you want to attach in the Photos app. Once the file is attached to ChatGPT, you can either type your question or use the microphone feature to ask it. Here I will use the second option. I will attach my regular health checkup report. Please analyze the results. Summarize what each number means, explain whether the values are within normal ranges, and provide general lifestyle or diet recommendations. Then, ChatGPT provides me with all the test numbers and a detailed explanation of each along with a summary. At the end, it also gives me general recommendations, including a personalized weekly diet and lifestyle plan.
The next example is about finding a flu shot location near me. When flu season comes around, many of us wonder, where can I get my shot? In the past, we would make phone calls or spend a long time clicking through websites. Today, I'll show you how this same question looks when you ask Google versus when you ask ChatGPT. First, let's try Google. I type in flu shot near me. Right away, I see a list of pharmacies, clinics, and hospitals on the map. There are phone numbers, addresses, and links to their websites. But here's the thing. I still have to click each one, check their hours, and see if I need an appointment or if it's free. Google gives me the latest locations and links, but it also means I have to do the extra work myself. Now, let's try the same question with ChatGPT. ChatGPT responds with a clear summary. For example, it lists local pharmacies that usually offer walk-in flu shots, community health centers that sometimes provide them for free, hospitals or clinics where an appointment may be required. It feels more like a conversation. ChatGPT then asks if I would like additional details, such as hours, costs, locations, and other specifics. Once I agree,
It provides much more information, including the place name, address, operating hours or walk-in availability, and any special instructions. However, keep in mind that ChatGPT does not provide real-time scheduling. It's always best to double-check before you go. So here's the difference. Google shows the most up-to-date places quickly, but you must search through the details yourself. ChatGPT explains everything in a clear, simple way, but you still need to confirm the latest information. The best way? Use both together. Start with ChatGPT for a quick overview, then use Google to confirm the exact time and place. By now, you might think the answers are good, but sometimes they feel too general. That's because the quality of the answer depends on how you ask the question. Here are 3 tips to make GPT work better for you. 1. Give it a role. Say, "You are a travel guide," or "You are a cooking teacher." It will respond like an expert. 2. Share your situation. Instead of recommend exercises, say, "I'm in my 60s with weak knees. What exercises can I do at home?" 3. Be specific. Instead of suggest meals, say, "Give me 3 healthy breakfast ideas I can make in 10 minutes. Follow these 3 rules and ChatGPT will feel like your own personal assistant.
Frequently asked questions. Question 1. I'm not very good with computers or smartphones. Can I still use it? Yes, you can. Once the app is installed, all you need to do is type a question or simply talk to it. If typing feels difficult, you can use voice instead. It's designed to be easy, even for beginners. Question 2. The text looks too small. What can I do? Both phones and computers let you enlarge the text or make it bolder. You can also have ChatGPT read answers out loud, so you don't have to strain your eyes.
Question 3. Is my personal information safe? Everyday questions are safe, but never type in sensitive details like social security numbers, bank accounts, or personal information. And if you want, you can adjust the settings so your conversations are not used for training.
Question 4. What's especially useful for people over 50? You can ask for healthy meal ideas, easy exercises for sore joints, trip plans with fewer stairs, or even birthday messages for your grandchildren. The more specific you are, the better the answers you'll get. Question 5. How is ChatGPT different from Google Search? Google shows you a list of websites. ChatGPT gives you a clear, summarized answer right away. Think of Google as handing you a list of books, while ChatGPT is like a guide who explains the main points directly.
Before we wrap up, there are just a few things you should always keep in mind. First, GPT isn't perfect. Sometimes the information can be outdated or even wrong. So if it's something important, like your health, your medication, or your finances, always double-check with a real professional. Second, never share personal information. Don't type things like your social security number, bank account, or credit card details. And finally, remember that GPT is just a tool. It's not here to make decisions for you, but it can give you the support you need to make better ones yourself.
So today, we walked through everything you need to get started with ChatGPT. You learned how to create an account, the difference between the free and paid versions, and the basics of using the app. We also looked at how it can help in your daily life, some tips for asking smarter questions, and a few important things to watch out for. With all of that, you now have a clear picture of how to begin and use ChatGPT with confidence. At first, it may feel unfamiliar, just like it did for me. But once you try it a few times, you'll see how much easier it makes everyday life. I truly hope you'll start using it and enjoy the difference it can make in your daily life.